siding, windows, and gutters.
All right, we are back. Coming up on 5:43. Now time for weather on the threes. Tons of stuff to talk about. If you've been watching the forecast really the last week, it hasn't really changed a whole lot. We're still expecting a major winter storm beginning tonight. And really, that's probably going to continue right through late tomorrow night or even early Wednesday morning. Impacts from that, as we've labeled it the Groundhog Day winter storm and even blizzard for some cases. Heavy snow, obviously a major impact. Wind also potentially through parts of the viewing area could gust from 35 to 40, even locally 50 miles per hour as the storm winds up, especially tomorrow afternoon and evening. That will create blizzard-like conditions, and it actually gets colder as the storm passes by and pulls over colder air down from the north as we head through the next 24 to 48 hours. Outside right now, we're fine. It's actually pretty decent. 27 degrees to start off the month of February. Right now, calm winds. Both of these will change, especially the wind, even as we head towards this time tomorrow. Other temperatures kind of waffling all over the place. Right now, Lincoln 23, 25 for Columbus and Norfolk. It's actually warmer in Carroll, Iowa right now at 28. And then as you go to the south, we hit some low 30s. Plattsmouth, Nebraska City, Falls City, all at 31. Right now, Maryville, Missouri checking in at 30 degrees. All right, getting down to it here. The latest on our advisories, our watches, our warnings. We are now under a winter storm warning here from Omaha down to Lincoln, the I-80 corridor east toward Atlantic, Iowa, and Des Moines. The thinking here is the winds may not quite hit blizzard criteria. Again, blizzard defined by you need winds sustained at or above 35 miles per hour for a 3-hour period with snow and usually heavy snow. We're going to see heavy snow. We think we'll hit that definition or that criteria just to the north of us, although that does not mean we're not going to have blizzard conditions here in the metro. I think we're going to see tons of snow and a lot of wind, but again, by definition, a little better shot to hit that just northwest. But stay tuned, because I wouldn't be shocked if this is pushed a little bit farther to the south. And then as you get down over southeastern Nebraska, southwest Iowa, the northwestern tip of Missouri, now advisory. So not looking quite as bad, say from that 136 highway corridor across 2 and 34. Again, as you get into the metro toward I-80, it definitely gets a little bit worse. The storm is still developing out to the west, but you can already see rain and snow at least aloft into southwestern Nebraska, north central Kansas. Notice the border really cutting this down, mainly rain in Kansas, snow in southwestern Nebraska. The storm will continue to intensify out over the Four Corners region and the desert southwest. Look at all the advisories, watches, and warnings, though, from here to the Great Lakes, from Southern California to the Great Lakes. That gives you an idea of the intensity of this storm. All right, here's what's going to happen over the next 24 hours. We are fine today. If you have some stuff to get done on this Monday, no problem. Clouds increase. We're dry through early this evening. Maybe a brief period of rain or snow, and then look how quickly the snow evolves and increases across the area overnight. And then we're getting into heavy snow right across eastern Nebraska, extreme western Iowa, and northwestern Missouri by tomorrow morning. And with that, a lot of wind. We've been showing you this graphic the last week. Storm track, dead on. Hasn't really changed. If anything, maybe a hair farther north than what it looked like the end of last week, but still in a very favorable spot. And given the dynamics of this storm, I think we're going to continue to see winds really increase. That'll be a key player. Also, there may be some thunder and lightning with this, so that is also a wild card. As far as amounts, again, Jim, Jen, John, Matt, we're showing you this the end of the week here. 8 to 12 inches still looks like a good possibility. And again, where we have the blizzard warnings, slightly heavier amounts from Omaha just to the north, locally over a foot, and at times winds could certainly gust higher than that. But again, we're still probably a good 12 hours away from the first precip flying from the sky, and then another almost 18 to 24 hours from getting in the thick of this. So wild cards, again, I think the dry air is just south of us. That keeps us mainly in snow. That also enhances the snow bands. And where we get thunder and lightning, we could be talking snow rates 1 to 3 inches per hour. So nothing's really changed. We've been talking about this for a week. Now it's time to really buckle down and get ready. For today, though, looking good. Increasing clouds, light east winds 42. Tonight, then, a light mix quickly goes to snow, and the snow becomes heavy at times overnight. With a lot of wind, I still think we'll see gusts to 30. Again, winter storm warning effect tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night. Blizzard-like conditions, though, even here in the metro, with temperatures probably sneaking back to 30 and then falling as we head through the day. And then snow should be winding down late tomorrow night or Wednesday morning. But once again, we're still going to be talking about blowing snow and even colder conditions through the middle of the week. and then we'll try to moderate back in the low to mid 30s for the weekend. All right, this is a real good tool to have. We've talked about it all winter long, and if you haven't done so, this would be a really good time to download Snowcast to your smartphone. Major winter storm, one of the stronger storms I've probably covered in my 18 years here. Certainly it has the potential to be a top 5 with the wind and snow combination. And again, those amounts pretty lofty on Snowcast. I know yesterday I was driving back from Kansas City and it already had about 6+ inches of snow on the ground by 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and more to come. That's not the total, that was just what the first half of the storm was going to do. So locally a foot, Matt, in spots. And again, it's the impact of the combination of wind and snow that's going to make this a real nasty storm. Amounts are very impressive, but the combination of strong winds will certainly be a bigger issue. All right, Matt will be back with more after the break. Right now, we'll go on to our commercial here right now at 5:48, current temperature 27 degrees.